Hey everyone! So I have got some good stuff to show you here. I've got a few boxes and I'm going to pull out just some highlights. So first off, I wanted to share some of the items that are in the annual collection this year called Your Own Way. This is this year's equivalent of last year's Noteworthy and the year before's This Life. So this is available year-round. There will be page kits that work with it. There will be other layouts that work with it. But this is the paper that goes with that. And then there's also a tone-on-tone. And I always love the tone-on-tones because I think they're so perfect. And then, one of the fun things, we do happen to have page kits. There's page kits 1, 2, and 3 available separately as well as in the bundle. In the bundle, you can get all 3 quarters at one time, but you also get this advisor exclusive mini embellishment. This customers cannot buy themselves. It is only available in this bundle as well as individually if you're an advisor. So, one of the new things that you may have seen me talk about is the page kits. In addition to the regular yearly page kits, there's some intro page kits. And with those, just putting a couple things away here, there's 3 options. So if you are interested, you have a bright option that I'll get back to in a moment. You have a very neutral palette called Natural Beginnings. That gives you an idea of what that looks like. And then you also have what they're calling a global getaway. So if you're working on travel photos and things, it has that palette. So you've got these 2 palettes, and then you also have this brighter palette. Now, it is the exact same layout being done with both. So say you and maybe you've got your daughter or your granddaughter scrapping together. You can use the same layout, but get a totally different look because you have different pages. It's also very easy because you can show somebody how to use these, and they could have a different design than you, but the different colors than you, but the design is the same. Okay, now on the bright side, I mentioned I was going to come back to this, so I wanted to explain what this is. So this happens to be part of the collaboration with Amy Tangerine. For those of you who are not aware, she is a designer for scrapbooking, and she has a lot of fun, bright kind of look and feel to her, but she also does uplifting things. So stuff like "this makes my soul happy" happens to be one of the phrases in here. And when I get to the stickers here for her, I will be able to share that with you as well. So this year you will see a number of things under the On the Bright Side naming, which will include that collaboration with Amy Tangerine. So this is an advisor exclusive. It is the Delicious Memories designer paper pack and the mini embellishments. You guys might recall a couple years back, I actually offered these quarterly. So this is a quarterly advisor exclusive, and I offered these for free based on, purchases that you made with me. I'm going to bring that back this year. So there were levels where you got the sketch at one price point. And then if you, found some more interesting things and you bought a little bit more, then you got, the paper and the embellishments. And then at the final price point, you also got some additional things related to that. So I am reintroducing that to you this year. You'll see before the end of the month, you'll see all those details. More information here about the Your Own Way. I had bought the full designer buy it all bundle, and so that included the cardstock sampler pack, which is only available in those buy it all bundles. And it comes with the project playbook. And this is not the full year, but it actually designs for you a couple of the months. So it has a layout here for January. It has a layout here for November and October. And a fourth one for April. So just to give you some view, the project playbooks are really are perfect for that. Other things about the Your Own Way, which again is the annual collection. There are clear title stickers. So these peel off, and I know it's a little hard to see, but there's no white background. They are clear. So you'll have your phrase and your coloring, but then that's it. A lot of them, like this, is the regular stickers. This, again, is going to be a 6-pack. So the price, when you see these, the price is more than your standard 3-pack. And that's because this has 6 sheets in it, so it's double. What this does have is it has all your stickers for each month. And this is what's going to be used on borders for the month. The monthly years, and you're going to see coming up probably in April, you will see a set of borders that you can make. You'll either have one option or 2, depending on how things go in this first quarter. But this happens to be something that goes year-round. It's not limited to just 2025, so if you're still working on something from last year, these are a perfect way. I also have the noteworthy stickers still in stock. And as I mentioned earlier about advisor exclusives, these happen to be some of those that are in the bundle if you buy the Page Kit bundle for Q1. That includes the January, the February, and the March 2-page layouts, as well as all of these. And so this is January's. It has Celebrate, and you can see the shimmer on them. There we go. Just had to get the right angle for you guys. Forever Mine, this is February's. And I did not purchase March in this box. A couple other things with Your Own Way is they have embellishments. And then they also have monthly title embellishments. So if you didn't like the full stickers version, for example, you can have this version, and then that's the font that they use. And then there's also some matte packs that are the 4.5 by 6.5. So some are design, some are journal. This is the Border Maker cartridge. It is called the Decorative Waves. This is what the old style box looked like, and CM, if you notice, the name has changed in terms of the logo and design. They're doing a little bit of rebranding, and so kind of refreshing that logo. And so you're going to see something more like this. And they took the opportunity then to provide a little bit more details on the box, including on the side. So if you guys store your things in your boxes, you now have this as well as this. The last couple things in this box happen to just be these items. These are little mini journal templates. There are 3 of them. So they all have a 5-inch ruler on this side. They happen to have different bullets. arrows, different designs. Everything is different. There's nothing that overlaps other than these journal boxes here are the same, but everything else in it is different. And then they happen to have 3 different edges as well. So you can use these to color in. You can use these as accents on your page. Lots of fun stuff there. There's also this tote bag. That's called the Crop Crew Tote. And look at those fun designs on it. Lots of scrapbooking related things there. And there's an I'm Scrappy cap. Lastly, I have another box coming late next week that will have the other colors in it, but this one has the pop-up trash can. It is the same size as the blue, the two-tone blue ones that you would have seen for my December sale, but they have 3 different color combos. This one happens to be this grapevine grape with this kind of mint green center. There's also an orange, and then I think the third one is a lighter blue. That one I'm not quite 100% sure of. Also, the last thing in here are card kits. This is through the seasons. This is the full year's card kits. And if you notice, there's no sentiments on it. They have purposely left that blank so that you can add to this and use those cards for not just whatever the sentiment would have been, but for anything. So they make it much more usable for you guys. You can add your own sentiment from stickers or from other embellishments you may have left. And for you stampers, you can easily add, something on there as well, that route. Okay, I'm just going to pull a couple other things out from this box. So this is another box, and again, I wanted to show you the new changes with the punches. This is a brand new punch this month, Whimsical Scallop. This is going to be adorable and perfect if you love to create borders and layered borders. This will be perfect for the bottom edge of a border because it is an edge one, so it puts that on the edge, and then you can decide this width, how much you want. So again, this is what the old punches looked like. This is the new. And then again, on the side, it's going to show you what it is. So if you store them in the boxes, you'll be able to see without having to use a label maker or something like that. There are other stickers. These are monthly titles from On the Bright Side. So this again is that Amy Tangerine collaboration. So these are a little bit more ornate. They're kind of a cross between, just straight up block printing and cursive. So the other ones are a little bit easier to read. These are a little bit more fresh and fun and funky. So you can use either version if you want, but I wanted to show these because this is another part of that collection and that collaboration. This happens to be the stickers for On the Bright Side. Again, that collaboration. So as I said, she's very much into the uplifting. So life is better with you. Truly wonderful. Enjoy the now. This makes my soul happy. So as I said, lots of those. And also you can see the bright, fun, fresh, vibrant colors. The other things that I just wanted to mention in here was the new types of adhesive. So the first one I wanted to share was, this is basically called Place and Peel tape. You can see in here, hopefully, that there's this royal blue one that takes up all of the box to here, and then there's a thinner one there. This kind of works exactly like washi tape or pixie tape if you use those. It's perfect for holding your stencils down. If you're doing a recipe template and you're tracing out, it'll hold that in place. It'll also, you can use it as the hinge when you're you've already cut the items from those templates and you're trying to put them back in place. So this is a great way. If you don't have that stuff, this is a very nice thing to grab for it. Thin foam tape. I'm going to come back to that one because I want to talk about the thin foam squares first. So this is just like our regular squares, but it is super thin. So if you see there, it's actually going to give you a little bit of raise, but not so much that it's going to dent your layouts when you've got your album pages next to each other. So it gives you that little lift there. This is the same type of lift. So the foam tape, you know, which a lot of folks might use for shaker cards, or if you have full strips that you need, not just, you don't want to use a roller and waste all of that, the little dots and things, or those strips, you can use the foam tape. So super thin again. And this is nice because you can actually cut this in half if you need an even thinner strip. And then you can cut it or finger tear it wherever you need it. And that's what I wanted to share with you with this box unveiling. Hope you enjoy.